Hi, it's Cassie, and we are on week 2 of the June kit, and this week we are going to look at the color prompt. Now this one says use your least favorite color. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so hard. It's important to take a step outside your comfort zone and use a color that you don't really like. Okay, this is a hard one for me. And when I was creating this card, at first I was like, yes, we have to do this. And then I was like, wait, what am I doing to myself? So I love color. You know I love color. But there are a few colors that I could just live without, to be quite honest, most of the time. You know, I understand their place in the world, but they're not my favorite. So today those colors are peach and mint green. They have been my nemesis colors for since I was a teenager. Just ask my mother. So I've got a Distress Oxide here, and I also have a gloss spray, Apricot and Cracked Pistachio. We'll see how they go together. We are going to make a lovely page using these two nemesis colors of mine, and I'm going to embrace them and love them, okay? And I cannot wait to see what your colors are. I think I'm going to use some of the black heavy gesso that is in your kit. And I think I'm going to use a palette knife. Will this fit? Oh yeah, okay. And I'm just going to like spread it around here and there. I don't want this whole page covered, and I just want a little bit, you know, like I want most of it, but not all, and I want it to be messy like this. So palette knife, even if you have like the different kind, you know, smaller metal or plastic palette knife, this absolutely will do this technique as well. So if you have one of those, that would work fine if you wanted to try this particular technique. So this is going to need to dry, but while that's drying, I mean, I have some other supplies here I kind of want to look at. So I haven't used the stamp set yet, and I love it so much. So let's take a look at this. See what we have. So I fell in love with this because of this big one. And it's not big, really, right? It's like fits in the palm of my hand, so it's a decent size. But if you look closely, you can see it's got like text in here, and it's got nice scroll and filigree kind of work. It's got little butterflies. It's just really, really cool, I think. So I kind of want to try to use that. I don't know how this is going to work with this black background. Maybe we can like dip it in some spray. I don't know. We'll see. I also really do love these other little pieces. These are great for building backgrounds. I love the bird here. It's just a really good versatile set that I thought would be great for art journaling in general. So I hope that you come back to this one over and over, even in subsequent months, and just kind of keep that in your art journaling stash, because I really think that can be useful for lots of things. So let's see, I also have my Time stencil, which has my favorite color on it, but I don't know if we're going to use this today. We'll see. We'll see. The one good thing, you know, this is black. The reason I chose that is because both of these should go over the black, right? Because this is an acrylic gloss spray, and this is got like some pigment in it, so it's going to be more opaque. So I'm going to dry this page, and then we're going to move on. Okay, this is dry now, and while I was drying this, I realized, ooh, I could use my Distress Oxide in Cracked Pistachio, the pad, the ink pad, and do some stamping, because I think I would really like to do some stamping on here. So maybe I'm going to use this with this spray. We'll see how it goes, okay? All right, so I think this is mostly dry. Actually, this part is not quite dry, but we're good. Maybe I'm going to use this stencil. I kind of want to do like diagonal a little bit, see how that goes. And let's just spray some apricot through here and see what we get. Oh man, I'm just so excited to see your colors. I really cannot wait to see what your least favorite color is. I don't know why. It's just really interesting and fun for me. Because honestly, all the colors are great, right? They are. We have our preferences, we have our favorites, but all of the colors really do have a place. And even my nemesis colors have a place. This is my first time using this one. Okay, so I've inked it this way. Nice. Okay, I'm going to do the flip side because that's always fun. Excuse me, fun. All right. Okay, I don't hate it. I mean, this is kind of a white chalkiness, so there's less peach, but there's more peach down here, and it's fine. It's totally fine. I do need... I just made a mess here. Okay. All right, I'm going to use a baby wipe to wash off the rest of this, just to keep us moving along. Whoops, got to be careful a little bit with this stencil because some of these triangles can pop up if you're not gentle. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Okay, now I do kind of want some of this color like on the white section. Okay, so this is kind of drying still. Okay, so I've got a paintbrush that will fit inside here, and I think I just want to like do a wash a little bit. Yeah, I like it, and you see how it's going over. I might do the green on the top. We'll just do some splatters. I mean, we're really going to go for it here. Why not? Own this beautiful peach color. All right, clean my brush. Just keep this area cleaned up so I don't get anything on the other side. Now I am going to go with this oxide spray, and I'm just going to do that top section and brush it on like I did the peach one. Ooh, wow, look how opaque that is. That's amazing. Holy moly. Okay, I got some of that black because I think that part wasn't dry, so it was picking that up. That's all that happened there. And then, why don't we just do a little splatter? Why not? Ooh, this is very opaque. Whoa, even more so than the apricot. That's pretty crazy. All right, how are we doing? Some of you out there might be like, this is my favorite color, see? And that's what I really love about this, is that everybody's different and we all have our thing, you know? It's other people probably this whole time have been like, Kassy, fuchsia is the worst color ever. And to that I say, get out. I'm just kidding. But seriously, you know, there's plenty of people that don't like pink or pinkish purple kind of magenta fuchsia color, but they love mint green. Mint green is so popular. Everyone loves mint green, and I just don't understand. So, but I appreciate that we all have, you know, different interests and different likes, and I love it. I think it's pretty amazing. So I just want to get a little bit of movement here because this looks kind of fun. Why not? Here we go. That's pretty cool. This is just a big, huge mess right now, but I'm having fun with it. Okay, I think I need to dry this so that we can move on. Okay, I think it's mostly dry. A couple little spots might be a little bit wet, but okay, so I really don't hate this green on here against this black, and when I got it wet and some of it is kind of moving, it's got like a light bluish cast in some areas, which is pretty, which is really pretty. So, you know, it's working okay. And having this peach at the bottom, you know, I think you could really use this color, do a nice flesh tone, you know, if you were going to do something like that. But I mean, these are really popular, and so we're just going to keep going and try to clean up this hot mess. All right, so what if we take the cracked pistachio and do a little bit of stamping? Let's just see what the stamp looks like, even stamped out. Sometimes it's different than how it is in the, you know, just it looks a little different on your page. So let's just get our cracked pistachio oxide. Now I'm using oxide instead of regular distress ink. So if you have oxide or distress ink, I would say definitely use the oxide because distress ink is not opaque, right? It's translucent. This is not picking up very well, so let's see what we get. I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just kind of playing. So yeah, okay, we only got part of it. For some reason, it's not picking up all of the ink. So let's see. It is an acrylic stamp, so that's part of the problem. So, ooh, that's so cute. Oh, I want this to work. Okay, this is super duper cute. So what we need to do with acrylic stamps when you first get them, sometimes you need to prime them. So I know you've got a Versamark ink pad. So take your Versamark ink pad and just put it over the whole thing and let it sit for a minute. And I'm going to do these while I'm waiting. Might as well do the whole thing before you even, oops, I did it on the wrong side. Cassie. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's put them on the other side, shall we? What happens is the acrylic stamps just have like this little bit of coating on the outside of them. And so if you don't prime them, and it doesn't happen every time, right? So, but it does happen a lot. So I'll just say, as a general rule, it's probably good if you get acrylic stamps to just prime them first. So, oh goodness. So that just means putting some Versamark ink on them and letting them sit for a second and then kind of wiping them off with a towel. If you don't have a Versamark ink pad, I have been told that you can also just lightly sand over them, and that will take off that top layer of like protective coating kind of thing that is put on it. One day, hopefully, they'll just fix the acrylic stamps so they don't do this, but for now, that's what we have to do. But these stamps are worth it, I think, to deal with that. And it shouldn't be a huge issue. Let's see if it's better now. See, it's holding that ink a lot better now that I put the Versamark on there. I don't know what the Versamark does differently, but look at how much better that is already. So if you're having trouble with this stamp set, and yeah, I would just say do that and you should be good. Let's see if we can go back over this one. Probably not perfectly, but it's my journal, right? Who cares? I think I'm missing this middle because pages behind it are like thicker, so it's okay. I was close though. That's really good. All right, so let's do this one more spot. I'm loving this thing. It's so pretty. Let's go up here. Okay. So anyway, cool thing is you can use your oxides on the black background and stamp with this, and as long as you have a flat surface, I guess I could have flattened this out and done it and have a flat surface, it'll work just fine. I don't know, I'm just kind of winging it because I'm just not sure what do I want to do with this. The only plan I had was color, so, and this is kind of crazy, but I do really think that this could be like a cool flower. So let me see what I can do here. I'm just using my Posca pen. And I'm going to make this into a flower. Why not? You could use colors of Posca pen. This is so crazy. Okay. It just goes to show you can do literally whatever you want. And it doesn't matter. I kind of, let's see. What if I do another little flower over here? Okay. And then, oh, okay, I think I know what I'm doing here. Okay, and a little bit down here. Okay, all right, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna get my black gesso again. Hear me out. And I'm going to color in the area around it and do that negative thing because it's so busy. I love certain areas of this. And oops, I'll redraw my flower after. And if you're going to do this, Absolutely, don't worry about going over your little drawing spot because you can always redraw it. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of a guide. I'm totally messing up my drawing area. But just kind of go over this general area. I'm going to redo my little dots there. You see what I'm doing? We've done this before. So if you've been in from the beginning, a few months ago we did like a torn mosaic, and we put crazy color all over and then drew a word and then covered up the background, remember? And I think sometimes if you get yourself in this predicament where you've got crazy all over the place and you're like, ugh, how do I make this into something fun and interesting and tone down the noise a little bit, this is a really easy and fun way to do that. And you could do it with black or white. I could have taken a color, like, you know, I could have done peach if I had some really good opaque peach paint, you know, or pink or blue or green or whatever you want. You could take it, it doesn't have to be black or white either, right? It could be any color you want. I chose black. I thought about white for a second, but I actually chose black because there's black already, and I thought it would be easier to cover that. And I kind of like the black against the lighter green and peach color. You know, those are light shades or light tones of color, and so the black is just going to make it stand out even more. You know what I mean? So that's why I chose black, just kind of on the fly. I'm like, what am I going to do to bring this back? Because it was feeling a bit crazy to me. What am I going to do? I'm going to cover up the parts that I don't care about, or, you know, that aren't part of the picture. And then, okay, I'm going to do that. Now, what color is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be black because it's going to make these lighter tones stand out even more. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I'm doing with this one. Okay, so this is fun. So we still have some of the peach and mint green, and you can see my brush is not awesome, and it's not super detailed, and getting in these little cracks is not easy, but that's okay, right? Again, I'm just going to remind you, like, over and over and over again, you're playing in your journal, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you stay in the lines or not. It doesn't matter, because you're going to play. Oh, we got some gray down here, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to get more black because this white is wet. So I'm definitely going to have to dry this before I go back over it with my white Posca pen again. So you can take your time and, you know, redraw your Posca pen marks later once your paint is fully dry, if you choose to do this design, this technique. Don't rush yourself and redraw your Posca marks. You know what will happen. Okay, so there I'm good. I've gotten rid of all the other areas, so now I'm going to dry this black, and then I'm going to redraw my white Posca pen, and that's going to even make that stand out more. And look at how pretty. So I've got a little bit of stamping. I have a little bit of the stencil here and here. I've got some of the peach, a lot of the green. Yeah, I just think this is really fun. I've got some of the drips down here. So when you're drawing your picture and you want to do this technique and you're deciding like, ooh, what am I going to keep? What am I going to get rid of? Look at the areas of it that you really love and then think, what can I draw in this area to preserve what's happening in that background, you know, and then let the rest go. So, all right, let me dry this and I'll be right back. But again, I'm going to recommend that you put it aside and wait before you do your Posca so you don't wreck it, okay? I'm doing it just to finish this so I can show you the final look, but I recommend you wait if you have to do this redrawing. I'm doing messy, fun doodles. That's what I want. That's the look I'm going for. Messy, fun, thick lines, right? So I think that's fun. It looks cute. It's just easy and whimsy, kind of, you know, and again, it's your journal, so who cares? Okay, getting a little bit of black in there. Here we go. Do my flower. my crazy flower. So cute though. Okay. And then the little dot. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do this guy again. This is going pretty well. I did dry it pretty well, but again, I wouldn't take a chance if I were you. So cute. Uh-oh. Nice. That's a good white. That looks good. Okay. And just make sure you're covering up, you know, the line in between. That's it. Doesn't have to be perfect or particular. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to add a phrase because we've got our fun little phrases in here. And I think that will help finish it. Maybe I can put it like right there. Ooh, okay. I like this. It says, "Don't judge me." I think that's perfect. So I'm just going to cut this baby up. And, you know, I like to do each word separate. I don't know why. Just is fun. You can make some leading lines happen, you know, when you do it this way. And it's in my journal, so I'm not going to worry about gluing it down better or whatever. You could, or you could go over it with matte medium later if you really wanted to. Don't judge me. Then I'm going to take my little jelly roll pen that you got in your kit. Also, if you wanted, you know, if you have this thicker Posca pen, but you're like, oh, I want thinner lines, don't forget you've got your jelly roll pen, and this makes great detailed lines in your journal. So this is just another staple that you should always have in your journal supplies. Jelly roll pens, white. I mean, I have like all the colors because, you know, I love them, but you definitely need white. Okay, I'm all done. I love this page. I think it's super cute. I am embracing the peach and the mint green. There's not that much peach left in here. Part of me feels like I should be adding a little bit more, but maybe I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad that peach didn't get very well represented in here. So maybe I'm just going to put some little drips in here or something. I'm feeling bad for Peach, even though I don't like her that much. There we go. Maybe a little bit up here. Peach got a raw deal. Get out of my black. There we go. Okay. We have it a little bit more peach in here. A little bit of highlights. That's what the peach is good for. It's adding some highlights here and there. And she's got some more representation. Now I feel a lot better. Okay, now we're definitely done. So here it is. My peach and mint green page, which I love. The color prompt again was your least favorite color. I can't wait to see what you do. Have a wonderful day.